dokie, let's go jump some ranked games with a random character and see what we're gonna get today. And it looks like we're just straight up playing the big old Berserker, rocking our utility pouch. And I seen on Dead Fadamla on sale, and this could potentially change our whole run. And it is an armored life, so we kind of want to go for healing just a little bit. I was hoping it was armored steel, especially seeing this armor, but let's go ahead and take our big old broom. Let's take some healing herbs. We got some heals from our shiny shell, which is going to be amazing actually, especially with an armored life. And I'm kind of looking at this customer card and I kind of want to take it, or am I crazy? Are we going to be able to win our first rounds by rocking something like this? A single broom? Maybe not. But this could potentially lead to some amazingness. I'm going to gamble a little bit. Take our customer card and have this as a round one. We're going to be in a bit of a tough spot to be able to win out. We are facing a hammer adventure with a little bit of leaf badge action. We're going to be scaling up crits and accuracy. So eventually this hammer is just going to be able to smash us in the face. We do get a battle rage. We do get a lifesteal. We do have way more effective HP, almost double our HP to be able to win out. Now they're going to start stacking up regen with this broccoli, and honestly, this might be the most broccoli's ever been useful in our first round. Because it takes so long to stack up that luck, and unfortunately we do end up getting murder-faced. That's kind of what I expected, and holy Falcon Blade. That is kind of insane, is it not? All we need is one pair of gloves and we have a Falcon Blade. Well, let's take our wooden sword. Let's take this too, and let's go ahead and grab ourselves another fanny bag. Speeding up our broom just a little bit. I do not want to ever craft up a shell totem from this point. I want to keep this too, but I also really want to grab our gloves. So with our fanny bags, they're going to be triggering 10% faster, 20% in total. We lose 30% attack speed, so this is going to be going relatively fast. It's going to be going 10% slower since it is in your utility pouch, but it also gets that 30% damage increase, which is going to be nice. We're going to have to take our gloves in the next rounds. Let's craft up our hero sword now. Now I did specifically keep our shiny shells so we can take that little bit of damage, because if we speed them up, we're going to heal a little bit too fast. I want to take as much damage within that 5 seconds, and then heal up as much as possible. And during battle rage, we should build a life steal, and this is looking so much better, if I'm going to be honest. Now that's a big old miss, but we do manage to win. That miss was looking a bit dicey for us, but we do get a hero sword. Now I'm really looking at slime time. We could try to go for Rainbow Goobert again, but I'm not sure if I want to go for Rainbow Gooberts on a Berserker. I kind of want to go for a Cheese Goobert's Falcon Blade type action. So I'm still going to take it. We should consider Torn Burst though, so we could potentially go for Brass Knuckles with a bunch of daggers, stacking spikes. That could also be fantastic. Or we could try to go for Double Rainbow, which I don't really have too much of an interest in. I can take Slime Time. Slime Time. Let's grab our tiny little gooblings. Let's grab our gloves. Piggy Bank is kind of looking nice as well. What I'm going to roll. That's also Claws Attack, which is going to be kind of nice too. Do we take a second customer card and call it a day? I take another regen. I'm going to take a second customer card because, again, that's going to help us find our gloves. I'm going to roll. Although, I see a stamina stack and I kind of want to take it immediately. We could try to go for double axe as well. We're not too pushy about keeping in our broom, but at the same time, I'm still going to take it. We are speeding up just a little bit more with our gloves. It's going to be another 20% faster, so eventually this is going to be crazy stamina. But I do like our tiny little goobling setup the way they are because they both target our butter weapons along with our slime climb. We should be able to get crazy heals. We should be crazy heals, but have very, very, very little DPS, if we're going to be honest. Now we inflict a lot of blinds, but again, we are facing another elite badge. 2 elite badges when we try to inflict blinds is kind of rough because we don't actually... Their accuracy is going to be 100% no matter what, while our accuracy is going to be absolutely garbage. And unfortunately, we do end up paying the price, which is not ideal. What the fuck? That's a Busted Blade. Well, I'm going for Busted Blade. We changed our whole minds. We're going Busted Blade. That's for sure. We can trade our Armored Life for Dragon Skull Armor. Maybe we want to go for that. I'm not sure if I do want to grab it. I do want to grab ourselves another little goobling. I'm not going to go for Rainbow Goober this time. I'm going to sell you. And this too. And we do want to craft up this Busted Blade. For sure. Now I'm also going to take another fanny bag. Because again, all I want to do is speed up our Practically Large Bloodthorn and Practically Large Great Sword as fast as possible. And we do want to get as much Empower too. So we can get this going off the ground running. Once you get a Busted Blade, it's going to deal massive, massive damage. Now, do we want to grab ourselves a Mana Orb? Not sure if we do. Do we want to grab any of these items? I'm still going to roll. You've been on sale for 3. I kind of want to take. But I'm going to be rocking on with this. Definitely going to be rocking on with this. Get our Busted Blade online, which is madness. It is 150 million% going to be madness. That was 64 damage in one hit. Now that's also Cthulhu. Cthulhu is mad as well because we can get this going super fast and have infinite regen. Yeah, I'm gonna take Cthulhu. I'm gonna take Cthulhu, which is gonna be madness. And I do want to grab ourselves a banana, but we're gonna reserve it and we're gonna take this, and I might just let this recombobulate itself. I'm gonna have to take a one tiny little goobling, take out our customer cards. I'm actually gonna keep both our customer cards. I'm hoping that our Buster Blade, we do have 70 HP, so I'm hoping that with a Cthulhu combined with our Buster Blade, we can potentially one-shot our opponents. Well, let's get going. Now, they do have 76 HP. You're going to deal 10 damage, and you're also going to deal almost 78 damage. We need one big hit. They do survive it, they do pop off their health pot, and a Buster Blade just needs to hit one more time. And smashing. The earliest Buster Blade is kind of insane. Now, we do get a mana pot. We could go for mana orb. If we had a blueberries, we could have a Cthulhu just stack up our mana for us, but let's take our banana as I roll. Now, I'm going to take our storage, and I'm kind of looking at this bird. I'm going to take it. Take the bird, we roll again. And there is a reason why I'm taking all of these pets, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pets. So we could have 100% crit chance on our Buster Blade crazy fast. As for mana pot, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to sell a stone, and I'm going to take this too. And for this round, we're going to be crafting up a break-in Shelly. A lot of things we are keeping out, but at least with the Cthulhu, we should be able to get our stamina back, which is going to be relatively awesome. Now, if we got ourselves a chili, we could be going infinitely stacking heat, which I think Cthulhu is best with a chili pepper. We could try to do it with cheese, but again, at the same time, cheese is going to be stacking up max life. It's going to give us random buffs. Well, hell yeah. Buster Blade this early on is insane. And speaking of insane, it's also Prismatic Orb, which I'm not going to be going for. Let's take a ton of storage because we need all of it. Let's slightly move this over and then have our Cthulhu going down a little bit faster at the same time. That's going to be fantastic. Literally insane for us. We can have a bird in this spot, which is going to be amazing at the same time because we can speed up our Cthulhu even more. And then I'm going to continue to roll. If you want any of these, do we want a stone skip boots? Do we want to craft up stone shoes? Stone shoes could be kind of nice because we take a lot less damage. Yeah, I'm not going to take it. Cheese we could take again. Instead of scaling up our stamina with a Cthulhu, we could go max life, which honestly might be awesome. I do also want to grab the fanny pack too though. But at the same time, you're going to cost an insane amount of stamina if we're going to go super fast with you. But that's kind of what we want. We want a Cthulhu to go faster and faster. We just get our stamina, so our Buster Blade is just going to be able to hit infinitely. And smashing. Definitely smashing. Now, there's a couple of options. I'm also leaning towards Shaman Mask because we can get a bunch of runes, we can get crazy luck, and we can go for some shenanigans right now. But at the same time, you're going to give us 12% crit chance for each pet, starting off at 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pets. 6 pets, 6% crit chance, 72% crit chance. How do we not take that? And possibly the worst pets we could have gotten, but it is what it is. Let's take all this. We're definitely not taking these power pups. You're going to be fantastic actually. And that's extremely tempting. I gotta take that trade, because that's a lot of storage that we desperately need. Now, we could have also went for a platinum customer card, but I did just want to keep them as customer cards, because I still think they're going to be awesome. But this is kind of insane, is it not? We could also go for cheese goobert, but I'm not as interested in cheese gooberts, because Cthulhu going to be going fast with cheese is going to be nice. So it's going to be giving us stamina, it's also going to be giving us max health, and smashing. 82% crit chance. From the get-go. Yep, definitely broken. I'm also tempted to grab an eye lamp so we can scale up our accuracy, so it's not going to be too bad on our accuracy. A lot of gold though. Well, I'm going to take the doggo. I'm going to take the doggo, craft him up. I'm not going to take the eye lamp, maybe that's going to be a bit of a misplay and it might bite me in the butt. But again, more fanny packs. It's all I ever dreamed of and more. Because again, all I want to do is speed up our Buster Blade so it does massive damage in one hit. But we do need some power. But I'm just going to continue on. Just going to continue on for right now. We should be in a pretty good spot. We should have 94% crit chance from the get-go. That's up lines, which I kind of was worried about. 85% crit chance. We have no way to stack up luck. But that's going to be one massive hit. And this Buster Blade has just been one hitting everything, which is awesome. Now we could try to take full body protection, but it will mean we're going to need to find armor, helmet, and shoes. We could also just take false life and have Cthulhu just skill up our max life with our cheese. That could be a lot of fun too. Stones, we do get a tiny bit of block, but not a whole lot. I'm actually going to take false life today. Let's take false life. Let's go and take another customer card. We want to grab more gloves. Let's grab a protect little purse. Let's roll again. Hammer. Heart of Darkness could be kind of awesome. I'm actually just going to roll. Do we want this Wisdom Pup? Wisdom Pup will be kind of nuts for us. Let's grab a little bit of storage. Let's add it in. Let's add you into, and that should be enough. Crit chance for a Buster Blade to be able to one-shot our opponent. And we're going to take our banana. Just have a Cthulhu scale up for max life with a false life, which is going to be kind of interesting. So it should be kind of awesome, because you're going to overheal us as well, potentially. Our opponent is going to be moving a lot of buffs with a Herald hit for that, also going to be giving us loads. But with our 100% crit chance, all we need is one hit from our Buster Blade, and I'm kind of regretting not taking that eye lamp, if I'm going to be honest. I'm going to roll. Do we want to pivot? Hell no. We do want to take another Wisdom Pup though, and we definitely need to grab this storage. Also, I need to grab this too. Do we sell one of our customer cards for it? We would have to sell our banana too. You know what, let's start a shell or shiny shell instead. Another Armored Life, which is kind of madness. If you want to go ahead and grab ourselves a Wonky Snowman, I actually do, because I don't want our opponent to be scaling up so much max life. That's one thing we are going to lose to. If our opponent has more max life that we can't one-shot with a Busted Axe or Busted Blade, that's going to be a bit of a problem. That's a lot of blind on us, which is going to be super, super problematic. Again, Eye Lamp, I am regretting that decision quite a bit. But with our Cthulhu, it's going to be going super fast, give us our max life, and give us a bunch of random buffs. Now, if we had stamina, our Busted Blade wouldn't be too much of a problem right now with stamina, but hell yeah, 144 crit, even more awesome. Now, we can trade our doggo for a hammer. You know what the funny thing is? If we have a Cthulhu on our banana, every 1.5 seconds, we're going to be getting stamina back instead of max life. So we could unironically try to run a hammer with a Busted Blade. Well, let's take a second cheese. Let's take a second cheese. I do want to grab this storage too. And I don't think you're going to be taking this hammer. I do still want our Wonky Snowman though. Do we sell our gloves? Do we sell both our customer cards for it? Do we sell our small bit of regen? I'm going to sell the gloves. I'm going to sell the regen. I'm going to sell one customer card. And it will be taken up. Because, again, this is going to be reducing that max health gains. Which, we're going to have a bit of trouble if they do stack up infinite max life. Our opponent is going to have crazy lifesteal. They also got the Stable Bob Later, which could be troublesome because they're going to stack up a lot of buffs. They're going to have crazy, crazy heals, which we don't deal with heals all that much. So we just need to stack up enough damage to be able to one-shot our opponents. We're scaling up a lot of max life with our cheeses and a Cthulhu, which is awesome. But they're also scaling up a lot of max life too. And I don't think we're going to be able to win this one out, unfortunately. They have infinite max life. And we just don't have enough, unfortunately. So we do end up falling short. Not ideal, but it is what it is. And we could try to go for a second Busted Blade. We could also take the Glowing Crown, which will cleanse some blinds. I'm going to be taking it. We roll again. Another doggo. We probably do need to take. So I'm going to sell you, and I'm going to take it. Well, let's get going once again. So another doggo is going to be way, way more damage for us. We also got our Armored Wisdom Pup down below, so we can get a little bit of block, allowing us to overheal just a little bit. And we are facing an Excalibur that's going to be going really, really fast with heat. But this could be another opponent that will kind of end up smashing us just a little bit. Because we are running out of stamina. Maybe we do need our banana on a Cthulhu. It's kind of looking like so. And unfortunately, our opponent just has that crazy, crazy heat. And they're going to be healing for days. So our build is kind of falling off. It was really, really awesome for the first few rounds. But we kind of let it fall short right now. Slowly, slowly losing out. Well, let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. I kind of want to take the Spike Collar so we get our Battle Rage for a little bit longer, so we can lifesteal a little bit more. I'm going to take this. We could also take the Rogue Pot. However, I'm going to take this tiny bit of storage for right now. You know, I am going to take it because it will speed up our Shelly just a little bit. I'm going to roll again. I do, however, want to grab another Unidentified Amulet. But it should be much, much better for us. We did put a banana on our Cthulhu, so we should be able to get some stamina back. We might not be able to scale up as much max life. Our opponent does get a vulnerability. And we could be in trouble. We do get a Battle Rage. And we start to deal some big damage. But is it going to be enough to win out? Holy moly, are we down to 1 life, which is madness. And that's more cheese. Can we settle everything with more cheese? Let's go ahead and grab you though. Another armored life. We should have went for a healing type build. For sure. That's right, lamp. I'm going to take it. As for the cheese, I'm going to hold on to it and I'm going to actually have to move on with this. Is this going to be enough to be able to win out? I'm not sure because we are facing a Bloodthorn with crits. With the Deward Guardian, they're going to get kind of an insane setup. But they have no starter bag. Are they going to be able to get the Battle Rage? They actually do get Battle Rage, which we managed to deal with. And we barely survived. When I say barely survived, we absolutely smashed his opponents. But we barely got to our 10th victory. Now in terms of DPS, we do have about a 77 DPS, being our Busted Blade doing the vast majority of it. Have an 100% crit chance. Armored Pups doing another 10 DPS each, with Cthulhu also putting in as well. In terms of heals, we do manage about 46 healing per second, which is actually kind of nice. Utility Pouch giving us a crazy lifesteal. Trying to overheal us like crazy. In terms of max life gains, we actually gained 400 max life, but false life being the vast majority of it again. As long as we're overhealing, that's going to be awesome. In terms of block, 108 block from our Wolf Emblem and our Little Wisdom Pups. I think we should be able to continue on. We could have just took our points and ran. We could also go for our Paradise Burb, which I'm going to be going for as well. I'm going to be taking you to, and we can't grab our cheese unless we sell one little item. What are we going to sell? So I kind of want to keep everything. Or do we grab ourselves another bird? I'm actually going to grab the bird. I'm going to target every other item except our Busted Blade. I think that's going to be a little bit better for us. And just like that, I'm going to move on. Now, this is going to be scary. Big potion explosion. I'm glad they only have one strong demonic flask, but they got 2 vampiric pots, 2 trigger on demonic flask. There's going to be a lot of debuffs on us. And it's potentially going to smash us just a little bit. When I say smash us, I mean it's going to instantly destroy us. That's extremely scary. But at least we got a Paradise Burb. We got a Paradise Burb. Let's take our cheese. We could take another Wisdom Pup, but I'm not as interested in it. Let's go ahead and grab this little bit of storage. And we have multiple cheeses on our Cthulhu. Let's take this 2 as I roll. And let's keep rolling. Now I do want to grab this really badly. But there's no way we can actually really fit it in. I'm also going to take out our potion just for now. But yeah, I'm going to be rocking on with this. Is this going to be good enough? We could have took the set of blueberries so we can get some invulnerability, which might have been the play. But we'll see what a Paradise Burb can do. I just want to speed up a Cthulhu, get a little bit more heals from it, get more max life. We have 60% healing amplification. That's massive damage. And 1000 max life. Not bad. Now our build definitely could be better, but it's still a ton of fun. That's another freaking cheese. Holy moly. Another googling and a torch. Okay, I'm at feasting. Literally the best one we could have got. Let's take another cheese. Again, blueberries we could take so we get invulnerability. I'm going to take it for the time being, and that's a cupcake. Holy moly. If you had heat right now, 1 chili pepper, that'd be nuts. No chili peppers, let's sell you. Let's go ahead and grab this. Let's go ahead and sell it so we can grab another one. Let's sell to grab another one. Come on, man. That's all we need. Did we lose 1 cheese? Did we also put this cupcake in here? So I'm kind of happy with our Cthulhu the way it is right now. Whatever buff we're going to be stacking up, our cupcake is going to be stacking that up. It's going to be heal instead of max life gain. Maybe do want our cheeses in instead of our cupcake, because we could split it this way and have it like so. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy to let our Cthulhu use that cupcake, especially since we got so much healing amplification. And especially with our Paradise Burb tagging our cupcake. And whatever buff we're going to be stacking, we're going to be stacking with our cheeses. Doesn't mean we can't have in any of these items, which is not ideal. But I'm going to sell all these food items. So we can go ahead and grab this, another broccoli, come on man. Let's sell you. Sell blueberries and our stone to go ahead and take it. And that is another cupcake, which unironically I'd love to add in. But I'm not sure if we do have the space for it. So I think we're probably going to have to leave it like this. So we should have a 100% crit chance on our Busted Blade. Cthulhu going to be stacking up our buffs for us. Going to be stacking up our max life. And we're going to be able to see if we're going to be able to win out. And we're going to be able to destroy this Thornbloom, Broccoli Gooberts, Mana Thirst, Turtle type situation. With a Tiger Rune as well, they're going to be trying to get as much block as possible. The block is one thing we don't deal with necessarily that great. Our healing, our max life stacking, our buff stacking. A lot of builds. But we do stack up some max life as long as our opponent doesn't smash us down. We should be able to get our Busted Blade to deal massive damage. We should be able to overheal like crazy during Battle Rage. And we have the potential to deal massive damage with our Busted Blade if we do stack up in power. Now, looking like we're going to be stacking up spikes. From our Cupcake Goobers, that's the buff we did manage to get most of. And we're starting to deal 250 damage crits with 1500 max life. Our opponent did get that block though, but that's another 250 crit. And it's not looking too bad, for sure. Taking on this crazy adventure type build, we did run out of stamina, but it's not going to matter too much with one big smack from our Buster Blade incoming right now. 340 damage, hell yeah. So we ended up with about 110 DPS, having a nice amount of damage from our Buster Blade. Spike's actually doing quite a bit, surprisingly. Armored Courage Pulp, Cthulhu, all looking awesome. In terms of heals, we did manage about 60 healing per second, mostly come from our utility pouch. During our battle rage, we lifesteal for a crazy amount. Then Cthulhu, then our Cupcake, all adding up. In terms of max life gains, again 63. But false life, doing the vast majority of it, then our cheeses, then our cheeses, armored life, all adding up. In terms of block, 240 block gained. So overall, our build wasn't that bad. It does have a lot of weaknesses, but still it was a super fun build overall. But getting early Buster Blade really carried us to this victory, and we only have 1 life left. How much rank points did we manage to get? +6, ranking us up just a little bit. But I'm gonna have to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. Now, can we take on this other Buster Blade? They're going to have shielded, they're going to be up stamina, they're going to have a 100% crit chance. And they got some potions to explode their Buster Blade with stamina. Well, who's going to be able to win out? We both enter battle rage, they do get invulnerability, stopping us from lifestealing, that's the problem. They got invulnerability at the right time, but we dealt 400 damage in one hit. Now, can we take on enchanted weapons, Burning Blade, investment opportunity, play mode? With the Burning Banner, they're also going to be inflicting a turbo amount of blinds, increasing our accuracy, which is not ideal. Now we are luckily stacking up in power once again. So if our Buster Blade does manage to hit, it's going to be massive damage. 404 crit. There's one big smack, hell yeah, insane. And finally, can we deal with this lifesteal and crossblades katana type situation? They're going to have crazy lifesteal. They're dealing massive damage. But during battle rage, we should be able to pretty much lifesteal this all back to full. So it's not going to be too bad for us. We deal massive damage, they're also dealing massive damage too. And it's going to be neck and neck. And if we don't survive through battle rage, we could be in trouble. But that's 240 damage. We got crazy heat, which is the best buff we could be stacking because it speeds up all item. And we're starting to stack up our max life right now, which is amazing. Our Buster Blade deals massive damage too.